Hey, what's up guys, Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Brown Dust video. Alright, so we have new updates with 3 new mercenaries added. We have Yuri, Walya and Acha. Alright, so that's very cool. Oh yeah, let me claim this first, so I get the free skill books at the end of the date. Oh, we discovered Seto. Alright, let's have a look at all 3 of them individually, and if we have extra time, I'm going to check out the 3 new mercenaries that are renewed as well. So let's start off with Yuri. So she's a female, I believe. Female, 758 years old. What? 758 years old? She's old, man. She's old. Alright, so what is she all about? +0. Alright, so removes already applied stats boost. So it's just nullified the enhancement. Not too special right there. How about this? Stun makes the enemy inoperable. Okay, so this is not really good in like the high-end arena, because most of the units used there either have like debuff immunity or attack interference immunity. Usually people will try to counter that with supporters as well to remove stuns. So easily countered right here. And stats enhancement of Edgy before battle times 50% boosts attack. So it relies on her agility to boost her attack. Other than that, removes already applied reflective counter skill type. Alright, so she can be used to counter Hell. For those of you who struggles with Hell, use her. But otherwise, man, she's bad. Why is she so bad? There's no like critical bash or ultimate strike that gives her bonus attack. She's just like, she nullifies the opponent and stuns them. That's about it. Let's have a look at +9. So enhancement nullifier, okay. So prohibits them from being buffed, receive enhancement. And then we have this incoming damage boost. And edgy before battle times 100% boost attack. And edgy before battle times 100% reduced incoming damage. So what, is she supposed to be like a tanky warrior of some sort? Let's have a look at her stats. Crit rate, crit damage. Okay, so she might actually be the worst warrior ever, period. like I mentioned, there's no damage coming out from her. Like Victor at least has some bonus. She has subpar range. This hits the most front though. So Gunter is still better. Gunter is like 100 times better than her. So yeah, I don't see how she is good in any way. Like, even in PvE though, how is this good? Remove stats buff. Alright, so maybe you can use it in Evil Castle. Some of the buffs are quite annoying. Other than that, I don't see her being used often. And yeah, she's just pretty bad. Alright, so let's check on the next one. Acha. Alright, let's have a look. So this guy, pretty decent stats, alright. Is he like 400 years old? 24 years old, finally a normal guy, alright. So defense plus 15% before battle. So after he gets hit, attack plus 30% but defense minus. So if he gets hit, you will temporarily get the attack boost for 12 turns. That's pretty decent, I guess. How about applies burn damage to enemy upon receiving normal attack. Oh, so attack every turn times 20% burn damage. That is pretty cool actually. Wow, crit rate and crit damage plus 50% after he attacks. Wait, is this useful though? So after he attacks, you get this boost. Oh, it's useful so that you can crit your DOT, your burn DOT. So I guess that's the whole point there. It's not going to be useful enough to benefit for him to benefit from this, because by the time he moves again in arena, for example, he would have lost this because it only lasts for 6 turns. Yeah, so that's something to keep in mind. Burn deals burn damage every turn, attack every turn times 40%. That is a lot, 40%. 6 turns DOT though. I wish it could be more, like 10 turns or something, so that he could be used in the world bosses and things like that. But 6 turns, more of an arena hero, I guess. Let's have a look at +9. Alright, so agitation, defense plus 35%, and then attack plus 75%, defense minus 20% when he's attacked. Alright, so obviously applies the burn damage, attack times 40% burn damage, incoming damage plus 35%, crit rate 70%, crit damage 100%, 70% crit rate, so that will increase it to 90% crit rate. Wow, he has 20% base, so if you plus 9 him, 90% crit rate. So I would recommend going for 2 shield runes maybe? Is it better to go shield or assault? Let me think. Since the burn damage relies on his assault, I think you can go for 1 assault and 1 shield and try to get like a substat of crit rate. So I mean, yeah, crit rate, so that you get 100% crit rate every single time. I think it's doable. Seems very strong actually. He might actually be usable in Novice Arena. And look at his glowing hands! That is so cool! Alright, so let's move on to the next one. We have Walya! Alright, so a lot of hype surrounding her. So let's have a look at the skills at +0. Okay, so Walya's defense times 20% crit rate boost. Oh my god! That is a lot of... That is actually very strong. Imagine if she has 50% defense. That would give a number of crit rate for 12 turns. Okay, so very cool. How about the second one? Permanent copy counter. So counter attacks with copy effect to the enemy who attacks. Okay, also if she's hit by the enemy, it copies the... what, the buffs or something? Let's have a look. Copy buff effects. Alright, so it copies the enemy's buff effects and it applies it with max duration. So if the opponent has like 30% reduces incoming damage, she copies that and applies the max duration. That is very cool. Very cool indeed. Alright, so how about this? Taunt? What? Alright, I get why she's good now. Taunt on a support unit. Wow. So basically she buffs and she taunts. Wow, that is interesting. Okay, so that is very interesting. So basically, whenever a supporter, if you guys are not familiar with the game yet, basically you can easily stack supports together and supporter doesn't take like the turn. If you put like 4 supporters at the beginning, 4 of them will move next to each other until the 5th attacker move or something like that. So she can easily get the taunt without moving, without losing a turn basically for the opponent to move next. So that is very cool. You want her to move last though in your support chain basically to get the best effect of the number of turns that this taunt provide, which is 8 turns. So something to keep in mind. That is very cool indeed. So how about the awakening skill? Permanent endurance, restores HP every turn. So number of applied buff skills. Number of applied buff skills. Alright, so times max HP every turn times 2%. That is very cool. The more buffs she has, the more healing she will get. Seems like it. So yeah, she's even very good at... Oh, this goes even more. Oh my god, that is insane. That is insane. Let's have a look. +9. So +9, her defense times 40% crit rate and defense times attack. Wow. She can easily replace Ceres for sure. Okay. Taunt 8 turns times 30% reduces incoming damage. That is very helpful. Alright, she's definitely one of the best. I think she is pretty strong. Is she stronger than Venaka though? In PvP, yes. I do think she might actually be stronger than Venaka because of the ability to taunt. But in terms of like buff effects, where you are using like a particular support unit for Evil Castle, World Boss, I think Venaka still provides more. So yeah, since it's like quite similar. She buffs 1, 2, 3, 4. Venaka does 5 units actually in a cross shape. So Venaka does buff 1 extra unit in terms of if you actually have the correct placement. But yeah, I can see her being useful in almost every single team. That is very cool to have taunt. Might be able to replace Ser. she might actually be tankier than Seer. Like if you give like 2 shield runes, that's what you should give her if you are building her. 2 shield runes so that she can benefit from the first skill, the primary skill with a high amount of crit rate and attack boost. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys are going to try to pull for Walya or Yuri. Too bad both of them are in the same banner, because Walya is so good and Yuri is so bad. Like if you get Yuri, oh my god. Like I'm never lucky in pulling. I always like get something that I don't want, so maybe I'll just use a couple of premium scrolls. I don't think I'll be wasting my diamonds or anything like that. So yeah, let me know if you guys are going to go for either one of them. And yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, give this video a like. I will see you guys again very soon. Have a nice day. Goodbye.